Zidane Danny, Election Ninja here, and today we're talking about this. This is a recent post by, Jeremy Zag, who, if you guys aren't aware who he is the, I believe, CEO of ZagTunes, basically the one who is in charge, truly, of Miraculous, uh, Power Players, and Zach Storm. And we've talked about a lot of the other shows that are coming before. But today we're going to be talking about Melody, specifically because of the fact that he explains that that is coming soon. And we've been seeing a lot of stuff for that for actually quite a while, and most likely we'll actually be seeing something else before too long afterwards. The simple fact of the matter is that Melody looks to be a very interesting movie, and I say movie because of the fact that it has actually been said that it's going to be a movie, not a show. But if it is a show, cool, because that would be actually really interesting. The reason that I want to talk about it right now is because of the fact that I have actually been believing that this movie is going to be the future of, or is going to be connected somewhat to Miraculous. Not necessarily to a high extent, but it is going to be to a little bit. Basically, at some point, we will be seeing this movie, and don't worry, I will be doing a review of it once it comes out. And it is going to be dealing with muses. Well, the muses are not actually in folklore, or whatever you want to say, Greek mythology, are actual beings. It appears that in this movie they are musical notes. And the reason I'm going to be saying that they're muses is because of the fact that that is actually what they seem to be in Miraculous, due to the fact that they are mentioned by name in the comic, along with ghosts, and obviously Kwamis, specifically mentioning that they're abstract creatures, which does lead me to believe that Melody, whoever she is going to be able to see these muses and use them, well, quote unquote, use them to help her with whatever it is that she is going to be doing. Now, we haven't actually gotten complete confirmation on where this is taking place. However, I would like to say that most likely it would be taking place in some place that is extremely related to music, possibly New York, but some place that is very much related to music. I almost want to say that it could be drawing from another one of my favorite movies, but I'm going to be talking about that in a future video, August Rush, and it might actually follow some of the same areas, going to some of the same areas as they did in that, but I'm not sure. And I believe that goes to a lot of places, so I'm not sure. Honestly, I don't think that whatever this is going to be happening, I do not believe that this is going to be going to New Orleans, because that's different music than what Melody is going to be playing. But a lot of the other places like Chicago, New York, a few places over here in the West, all of these there are a lot of cities that are connected to music and just in general. So obviously she could be going to any of these locations. But is this going to be connected to Miraculous? We have been saying for a while that a lot of the different shows for Miraculous are different. Basically, all of the Zag shows could very easily be connected into one universe. However, there has not been anything canonical that has specifically said, hey, these are in the same universe. There has been no showing of other characters, no anything. Zack Storm does not mention once anything about Kwamis at all. The power players, they might have mentioned something since since the first episode, but I've only watched the first episode, so I don't know what the situation is for that. And as for Melody, it's actually the most likely that it will connect. So honestly, I want to see what they do with this before I really go in depth with this. But it could mean that all of these shows are connected, which honestly would make my day a lot. Quite honestly, the only way that we're actually going to be getting confirmation is if Melody does go to New York and she specifically mentions any of the superheroes in the comic book, or mentions anyone over in Paris, such as Ladybug and Cat Noir. As well as possibly if anyone were to mention the other characters such as the Ghost Force and Pixie Girl. Those two are also something that I would like to say will most likely be canonically connected. But I do have to actually mention something else. Most likely these shows will be about as connected as the Marvel TV shows are connected to the MCU. Basically, they are connected. 100%. All of the shows that for Marvel that are live action, such as Agents, the Netflix shows, Runaways, Cloak and Dagger, all of those are 100% connected to the movies. Do not get me wrong. However, they are not in the exact same universe, or they are not in the exact same timeline. Basically, certain things don't happen that really should be a bigger deal, such as nobody is talking about the snap. Nobody talks about it in any of these shows, which might just be because of the fact that they just didn't want to deal with that chaos, and instead they just are saying that, oh yeah, we actually just didn't have that happen. Such as for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they actually do say that it's been a while between season whatever the last two seasons were. There's actually, they specifically say that it's been 5 years or whatever, which is actually important because they actually start the beginning of Infinity War. So, don't know exactly what's going on there, but something happened. Obviously, the other shows are a bit harder to pinpoint, specifically the Netflix shows. They specifically mention the attack on New York, the aliens and stuff, which, understandable, which is their only connection to the movies, and that connects to Cloak and Dagger, which specifically mention Misty Knight, which connects directly to Runaways in this current season. And that's kind of what I'm thinking is going to be the situation for Miraculous and all of these other Zag shows. They will connect, but it's not going to be to the same extent as the Marvel movies connect to each other. But rather, they all exist in the same universe, and maybe every once in a while they will mention each other, but it's all these characters are living their own lives and dealing with their own stuff. And that's basically what's going to happen. But I don't really know for sure, so you guys have to let me know what you guys think is going to be happening down in the comments below. And if you have any theories about any show that I talk about on this channel, then make sure to put somewhere in the comment #theory review. But anyways, guys, I have been Electro Ninja, and I will see you guys next time. But on!